Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking Chronicles with Lucci. Today we're going to make a chicken shawarma. So first you're going to need some chicken. You can either use chicken breast or chicken thighs. I use chicken breast this time. And this was actually my very first time making a shawarma. So let's just see how this goes. And I decided to cube the chicken. And I know some people, when they do it, they just leave it in strips and shred it later. But I thought this would just be easier and quicker. Alright, so once you're done cutting up your chicken, you're going to need some seasoning. So first I put salt. And then Cajun seasoning. Black pepper. And then some garlic powder. And this is just a Maggie cube that I was crushing. I'm going to just smash that thing up. And I will put in the description all the seasonings I used and all the ingredients, just so you guys can have that. Alright, now that all the seasoning is mixed in, you're going to just put some oil in a frying pan. And you want to make sure this is on low to medium heat once you start actually cooking it. So once I put the chicken in the frying pan and I stirred it a little bit, I will reduce the heat. And then here I'm just separating the chicken a little bit more and just trying to make them a little bit thinner. Still breaking it apart. And then now at this point I decided to use a knife to just shred them a little bit more to get them into a little bit thinner slices or pieces. And I know some people would rather just take it out of the frying pan and then just cut it on a chopping board or wherever to make them thinner. But I thought this was easier, and plus I like using less items while cooking. Less things to wash. Alright, so just set that aside. So next you're just going to make the sauce that you're going to mix the chicken in. So first I'm going to put some ketchup. And the quantity really depends on how much chicken you have and how many shawarmas you're going to make. And then next I'm going to put some mayo. And then you're going to use some hot peppers. And this is also depending on how spicy you want it to be. I ended up adding a little bit more pepper at the end when I mixed the chicken in, because I want it to be a little bit more spicy. I just want to mix everything together. Alright, so once you're done mixing everything together, the next step was to be putting the cooked chicken pieces into the sauce that you just made, and then just mix everything together. Pretty easy so far, right? And this is actually a really quick meal that you can make for yourself or your family or friends. It really doesn't take that long, and you don't really need that many ingredients to make this. Right, you just want to make sure the sauce is on every piece of chicken. And then next I have some coleslaw that I just put on some tortilla bread. And then you want to just put the mix on top. And I was just packing it on there on this first one. And you can see the struggle. So do not do this. Do not overpack it because you will not be able to wrap it. And obviously, I do not know how to wrap a burrito type meal. So this was a struggle. I thought it would be easier if I took another tortilla and just wrapped it in that one. Epic fail. And I also found that it would be easier if you heat up the tortilla in the oven or even the microwave for about like a minute or less, just so it can be a little bit warm and easier to wrap. All right, so for the next ones, I used a little bit less coleslaw and chicken mix. You want to just repeat this step for each shawarma that you're making. I only made 4. All right, so I ended up unwrapping the first one and taking out that extra tortilla. And you just want to pop that thing in the oven. I set the oven to 350. And you really don't even have to keep it in there that long, for maybe like 2 to 5 minutes max. All right, and just like that, we are done. And I just cut it in half just to see and show you guys what it looks like. And this was pretty amazing for my first time. And we are done. Thanks for watching.